What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review Hannibal Season 3, Episode 3, titled Secondo. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, go to nbc.com/Hannibal. Watch the full episode there. It should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you my pros and cons, and final score. And, wow, what an episode. Can I just say right now, again, those of you who are new to my channel and haven't seen my other Hannibal reviews, check out Season 3, Episode 1, Episode 2 of my reviews. They're interesting. You get my take, because I haven't seen Season 1 and Season 2 of Hannibal. And yes, Season 1 and 2, I know. I got you. But, no, for real. Anyway, let's get right to this. I want to say this is probably the best Season 3 episode by far. It's only 3 weeks in. But, just... I'll get into it, but I mean, I'm just saying, wow, what an episode. And Hannibal's amazing. I just gotta say that right now. And I don't know where I've been the past 2 years. I just gotta tell you right now. I just had to get that out of the way. And real quick, I'm reviewing The Last Ship starting today. Season 2. I love the first season. That's a different show. So we're getting here to Hannibal. And I also review Tyrant, which is an FX show. Excuse me for that. And I would review True Detective, but I don't have HBO, except I have Season 1. That was a great show. But Season 2, Vince Vaughn. Either way, let's get right to it. Secondo. So either you're the betrayer or you're the betrayed. Will is at Hannibal's old childhood home, and he basically sees this girl named Chio. Anyway, Chio. And Hannibal's cutting his hand. I just love it, because it freaks me out. Every week I think, okay, I could take this. And you can see him cutting the hand, like a, I guess, preserved hand, and he cuts it, and he's just like, you know, no big deal, you know, Hannibal Lecter here, cutting in. It's an art form for him, making food, and I'm just like, I'm still grossed out every week by it for some reason. Never get used to it. Anyway, he's having dinner with this guy, I guess, from a Capone family or something. He's having food with him, and he literally puts the screwdriver in the guy, like literally he's just like, wachoo, and the guy's like, I can't see. I can't see. And this is so weird. And, of course, Bedelia comes out. Bedelia, excuse me, Gillian Anderson, Bedelia, she comes and takes a screwdriver out. And he literally, like, falls dead. And he's like, technically, you killed him. I was like, Hannibal doing some jokes there. Anyway. Of course, Will is on Hannibal Lecter's property. Family property. And there's fireflies and there's a bunch of snails, and he goes inside this house and he finds this guy who is locked in a cell, and basically Chio's there and she's like, you're upsetting him. So Hannibal is having dinner with 2 guests. He's not having 2 guests, but he's in dinner with 2 guests. And we find out that that guy who's locked up in a cage killed Hannibal's sister, Misha Collins. Ooh, no, I'm kidding. Anyway. So yeah, that's pretty, that's why Hannibal can't go back to his old house, because he can't. It's the memories, bad memories. So, Hannibal's scrubbing Bedelia's hair, okay, and she randomly just like sinks it. Every week she has to sink into the bathtub, just like, it's kind of like, okay, whatever. So Will lets the guy go, because I guess he wants to test Chio out, and the guy's back in the cage, and he attacks Chio, and you think that he kills her by strangling her, and she's like, I'm sorry, and then it comes back from a commercial, and she killed the guy, actually grabs a bone off the floor, and it's freaking crazy. It really is. And of course, Chio's kind of like, I'll help you now. She's going to help Will, because her purpose was to stay at the Lecter property home in order to have that guy there and torture him. Not torture him, but keep him company. Well, now that he's dead, she can now leave. She doesn't have to be there anymore. And Chio's outside, and Will literally creates a firefly type of thing to this guy, and it has wings and everything, and it really looks really artistic, and it's really, you know, psychotic what he does. He's kind of like Hannibal there for a moment. So, excuse me for a second. So, I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, And I like it just to make Hannibal look even more smarter, because apparently, I guess, the writers don't think he's smart enough, but he's really smart. He could cook really good. He could kill and cut really well, and he could also play the piano. Oh, very good. What's next? He could. I bet he's good at math too. Anyway, he's like, you know, the only way to forgive Will. I have to eat him. That was an epic. I didn't expect him to say that. I was like, holy crap. Anyway, Jack returns. Early in the episode, Jack returns with Lawrence Fishburne, an amazing actor, man. And he's looking for Will. He's not there for Hannibal. I'm looking for Will. I can't do Lawrence Fishburne voice, man. But either way, he has an iconic voice, just like Kiefer Sutherland or Liam Neeson, just those iconic voices. But yeah, that's the episode, man. So let me get right to my cons, get that out of the way real quick. It may seem like I have a lot of cons, and this is why. You'll hear it right now. The moment when Hannibal puts the screwdriver in the guy's head and Bedelia takes it out, the blood, oh my gosh, it looks so bad. It looked so fake, and it just poured out. Like, but I mean, it looks like that fake CGI blood. I was just like, oh man, that. Now the other effects, like the other blood effects and everything, are good, great, awesome. I enjoy those. But I'm just saying that one particular scene, horrible effects, really crappy. They could have been better, really could have been better. There's not much Jack, and he's in the church, and we've seen that church 100 times this whole season. I don't want to see that place anymore. It's just Jack, and he's there, and he's literally late to the party. I like seeing Jack, but we only see him like 2 scenes, and that's it. It's the 3rd episode of the season. I want to see more Jack. It's a slow episode. Not all of it. It's not boring. It's really interesting, really fun, and it really catches your eye. But still, like Will in the forest with a fire and the whole fireflies thing, it really is a little slow. But by the end of it, it's really worth it. The guy just went back to his cage without any context or anything. He just went back to his cage. Like, okay, all right, grooving. He went back to his cage. It was just like, you let him go, but he went back to his cage. I mean, he was set free. I guess he wanted to kill the girl then, but he went back, and look what he became. He became a beautiful butterfly, or a firefly. But he evolved into something more, I guess. Lol. Anyway, Will did all that. How long did it take him? Apparently it took him like a minute to do all that, because Chio was waiting outside. You're telling me that Chio was waiting out there for like 40 minutes? Just like... and like Will's over there like doing like little like, oh, little smell. Oh no, I like you over here. Oh, silly. No, okay, over here. Okay, over this way. Oh, no, this one right here. Oh, no, I don't like either. This one, no. Oh, you're so cute. And it's just like, really? I mean, that took a while to really put it, and he made the wings. How did he do that? I mean, he couldn't have done that, like, it probably took him an hour to do that. Less than an hour at most. 40 to an hour, really. It's a TV show, but really? It was cool the way I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Just like in Silence of the Lambs, when they ripped the officer and his like skin is open in his stomach and it's like fleshed out and he's hanging. It reminded me of that in a way, and I believe Hannibal did that in the TV show also. They recreated that. So yeah. Still, how long did it take him? Now the pros. I'm sorry, I just had to nitpick there for a moment. It seemed like a lot of cons, but it didn't really take that much points off, by the way. The ending, I do really enjoy the ending with the Hannibal, and it's like, I will have to eat him. That was really interesting, really fun. It's really cool to see Hannibal, you know, he's struggling. What do I do with Will? Well, I'm gonna have to eat him then, I guess. The dialogue, I really enjoy Hannibal's dialogue and the writing of the way that the characters speak to each other, the way Will and Chio speaks to each other, and the way that they interact. And oh yes, this is a drink that was on the Titanic. That whole thing, that whole dialogue speech and everything was really freaking awesome. And it's really fancy the direction of this episode, especially when Jack was walking into the church and he had his hat on and Lord Fishburne's like takes it off and everything. That the way the camera follows, I am a fan of that. I think the camera angles and the direction and the way that the show is going and the direction that it's going, I think that it's very well done and very well paced on how much story is done in one episode. So I think that was really well done for this episode. Jack's back. I haven't even seen season 1 and season 2, but Lawrence Fishburne's in, so I'm definitely in. So Jack's back, really cool, awesome. Hannibal and preparing the food and everything, and the way the food, it doesn't look good at all. I don't know why the people even like, oh, it doesn't even look cooked. I guess they just eat it like that, like, looks raw. What? Shouldn't it be like fried or something? Whatever. But okay. I like the whole snails because there's a lot of snails in this whole season and the past season, I believe. So that's very interesting. And the set pieces, the whole Hannibal Lecter property, very well done. Or Lecter's family property. And Hannibal's funny. He delivers those lines. Technically, you killed him. Are you worried about me? Are you worried about your patient? I'm not worried about me. I'm not worried about you. I know where I'm going to go and how to get out of this situation that I'm in. Overall, you know, it's like, nothing happened to me. I happened. Alright. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a B+. It is a good episode. It's not great. It's not bad. But overall, it's the best episode out of Season 3. This is where I get people mixed up. It's a B+, but you gave the first episode an A-. A- is better than B+. So isn't the A- the best episode of the season? No, it doesn't have to be exactly. The B+ is the best episode out of the season so far, as of enjoyment, out of entertainment, out of fun. Actually, it had a feeling. I enjoy episode 1, season 3, episode 1. A-, B+. Next week could be a B-, and I could still say it's the best episode of the season. It just depends on how it is. I just don't want to get that straight out, okay? So, but still, oh my god, Antiposto, that was awesome. The second one was okay. It was really slow last week. More a B, but now, B+, I mean, this one was really enjoyable, really fun. Had a few slow parts, you know, a few problems. How long did it take? Will, but still, very good episode. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this Hannibal episode, and I'll see you next week for more Nectar. Until next time, Spock be with you always. Do not forget I'm reviewing The Last Ship, Home Catch Fire next week. Falling Skies, frickin' Wayward Pines, Aquarius, you know, only on NBC. I don't know. See you next week, guys. Please stay out of Lecter's way.